Welcome to AI Toolbox. Today we're going to look at how I use Descript to quickly accelerate the editing process, especially in a situation where you have a video that has a ton of mistakes and a ton of unnecessary content where you've done a lot of retakes or redoing the same sections over and over again because you've mumbled or misspoke or whatever it is. Check the video description. I'll have a link to Descript. You can get a certain amount of transcribed content for free each month. So this is my video, the visual part, and then Descript automatically transcribes it into text. This is one of my favorite features that it does. And the way that you edit your video is by editing the text. This is like a 13-minute video, and by the time we finish, it's probably going to be like a 6-minute video. So the first place I start is over here in the Underlord section. This is where all of the AI tools, well, not all of them, but a good portion of the AI tools in Descript are stored. Start with remove retakes. And what this does is this goes through your video and removes parts where you're saying the same things over and over again because you're trying to get that section right. So you click cut all but your best takes. Click submit, and it's making suggestions on sections that it thinks you can remove. I go through this whole thing and I double check and make sure it's not taking out anything that I don't want it to, and just go through and remove kind of like all the crap that I don't need. Now that I've done that part, the video's gone from 13 minutes and 50 seconds down to 12 minutes. Now we're going to go back over to Underlord and we're going to look at remove filler words. When you say things like, or so, Descript can help you identify those kind of like unnecessary words and take them out of your script. Sometimes I feel like I use certain words like or so too many times and I'll take them out. But often these words give your video personality. It makes it feel kind of more relatable. So I'm going to actually leave these in. But you can go through, and if you feel like, maybe I've just said or too many times, and you could remove the ones that you don't like. So that's really helpful. The next thing is to shorten word gaps. This is a really big one for me because I will often have big gaps of silence because I'm moving screens around in the video or getting something set up before I go to the next scene. And I don't need all of these huge gaps. So you can tell it to remove gaps that are no more than, for example, it's going to default at 3 seconds. Sometimes I want a bit of a gap depending on what's being done. So I'm going to say for me 8 seconds because I want to make sure I'm not taking out too much stuff. After going through and removing these these big gaps of silence, now our video is down to 8 minutes and 5 seconds. Again, we started at like 13 minutes, 50 seconds. Now we're down to 8 minutes. Some other features that you could use are things like edit for clarity. So this is another way to remove filler words, digressions, blather, all the obvious cuts. And you can select how intense you want Descript to be in terms of its editing. I like to do this manually because I, again, want to make sure that it's not just taking out things that I want to keep. But if you know that you have a lot of unnecessary stuff in your video, you can use that. Studio sound is where you can improve the overall quality of your sound. This is really invaluable, one of my favorite features in Descript. For example, if you are recording in a room with an air conditioner, it will automatically take out all that background noise from your video. It will make you sound crisp, clear, like you're using a much better microphone. So this is one of my favorite features. There's also some other tools that Descript has, like eye contact. If you are filming yourself and you're looking away from the screen because maybe you're reading your script off another screen, you can use this eye contact so that it looks like you're actually looking at the camera. You can center the active speaker. If you're like off to the side and you want to be in the center, this will do that for you. You can use their green screen feature so you can change your background. You can also generate images into your video if you want to add something. You can repurpose your content and create clips. You can use your video for a lot of different platforms, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, making small clips and carousels for Instagram, things like that. You can also find highlights where it'll go through and kind of find the most interesting parts of your video and extract them for you. You can translate your content, and you can actually even translate your speaking into another language. So because Descript has the actual text of what you're saying, it can easily translate it into whatever language you want and use an AI voice to speak that language. It'll also help you create a title for your video, summarize it, create show notes, create YouTube descriptions, social posts, blog posts, etc. And it can also help you write scripts, but in this case, I didn't need that. Check the video description. I'll have a link to Descript. You can get a certain amount of transcribed content for free each month. Just check the link in my video description and go over to Descript, sign up, and try it out. It's a great tool. Thanks again for watching. I'll be back soon with more tutorials.